versus Gadson. This one has been in the making on social media for weeks leading up to this match here. Kyven Gadson needing almost no introduction. Big-time D1 college wrestler. Great wins on the international circuit as well. Deaton, local legend.
Absolutely. I'm very excited for this one, and honestly, if the commentating table does not get broken, I will be disappointed.
Deaton in the dark blue, Gadson in the light blue.
Deaton taking the curious choice of not pulling immediately here and taking on wrestling legend Kyven Gadson.
Word of the street was that Deaton wasn't going to pull, and he seems to be holding to that thus far.
Absolutely. He wants to get after it, looking for wrist control, looking for that shuck. Kyven looking very confident here, switching up the collar. Honestly, I think one of the real unsung threats that Kyven Gadson has here is his trip game.
Yes.
You know, something that wrestlers have been using to pretty good effect, but Kyven will misdirect. He'll snap you one way, and as you come back up, hit that beautiful trip.
Deaton, you know, I've trained with this guy a lot, man. And you know what? For as funny as he is, this guy's a warrior. I mean, you know, when it comes to match time, he's going to get in there. He's going to scrap. He most certainly has that dog in him.
100%. He definitely never says die. He is going to fight to the end, and he definitely is someone who is somewhat unorthodox. You know, he will look for submissions and dominant holds from positions that you wouldn't think of. And that kind of unorthodoxy, I think, could play fairly well against someone who is, you know, has such a traditional wrestling pedigree as Kyven Gadson.
Yeah, you know, and as far as standing goes, you know, Deaton's got a couple things going for him. You know, one of them is the lack of wrestling shoes, which, you know, a lot of people don't realize is a huge factor when it comes to being able to push off the mat, being able to drive, being able to generate force. The other is the lack of stalling. You know, in jiu-jitsu, we don't really have too heavy a stalling rules as they do in folk style. So Deaton can really kind of take his time, back up, set things up, and you know, Gadson can't really launch the same kind of driving force attacks that he might be able to in shoes.
I will say, but his snap down does not seem to be affected. Those are some powerful snaps you can see from a distance. He is getting Dale moving fairly effectively here. Boom, coming in.
All right, getting behind him, tripping him down to the mat. Gadson on top of the turtle position.
Yep, Gadson with that kind of shot in, you know, not necessarily doing a full level change, but able to get that body lock position, using it to drive Deaton down to the mat. Deaton here looking to kind of cut an angle, roll into a guard.
Deaton going flat here. Gadson still on top, heavy ride.
Absolutely. Everything you're seeing here so far from Gadson would not look out of place in a wrestling tournament. Unfortunately, though, you know, we are still before points are being scored, and driving your opponent down flatter and flatter is not necessarily going to net you points here. He is going to have to look to either get past Deaton's guard or get some hooks in and start to attack the back.
Deaton going back to flat position.
Points are now live. We are just under 3 minutes remaining in this match.
You know, normally I'd say that, you know, this flat position is interesting. A lot of times in jiu-jitsu, guys don't know how to ride this position correctly. They just kind of wait for you to come up and put the hooks in. There's actually a couple of nice escapes that you can use from the flat position to escape. But unfortunately, he's going up against Kyven Gadson, who does know how to ride that position. Dale Deaton, though, just as I say that, back to his feet.
Going up to the feet. Dale looking to re-engage here, shucking off that collar tie.
Gadson recently switching over to the world of jiu-jitsu and submission grappling. Had the pleasure of watching him last time at South Spectrum to qualify for this match, and he looked excellent. Deaton, man, he's such a dog. He's always in it.
Yeah, Kyven looking for this setup. You can see here, he tries in, he puts both hands down, and he hits it, executes right there. Gets both hands down, takes a half step back, and drives right through. Very good setup there by Kyven Gadson, getting Deaton off guard there, getting the takedown, and moving to mount. Gonna get a whole bunch of points there. 2 for the takedown, and I believe 5 for the pass to mount?
I think you could be right. I believe that is correct.
Well, if one person knows, is referee Jordan Butler, who will update the score as soon as we restart the match here.
You know, one of these days, BP, we're going to learn this point system beginning to end, but today is not that day. And that is why we are the middest in the Midwest.
Absolutely. T-shirts now on ProWrestlingTees.com. Deaton here, starting to build back his base, really using his frames to start to get a little bit of space, but he is going to expose his back here, and we'll see if Gadson can capitalize.
Gadson up 7-0.
Back to this front headlock position that we saw earlier.
You know, with only 6 minutes, you know, this is really all Gadson. This is all Gadson needs. Pull off victory. He can pretty much just play defense and pretty much coast from here on out. Let's see if he does.
Absolutely. Still driving in, though. Dale driving in as well. I think we might still see 1 or 2 big moves in this match. Kyven with a slick knee tap there, getting the underhook, reaching for that far knee, wraps up Dale, but they are going to start on the feet with 40 seconds remaining.
No score there, still 7-0.
And that is what I'm talking about there. Kyven is getting Dale pushing forward, and that he hits that back step. Dale, you know, basically level changes himself for him.
Yeah, nice little pump fake there.
Yeah, definitely a dogfight on the feet. We are seeing a lot of head fighting, a lot of hand fighting. Dale looking like maybe trying to Uchi right at the end. Couple seconds left, goes to pull guard. And that's going to end it. Kyven Gadson is your intermediate 210-pound Nogi State champion.
Great scrap from Deaton. Kyven Gadson, your state champion.
Definitely well-earned fight. You love to see that.
Ladies and gentlemen,